Welcome to CCN News. I'm your host, Captivating Christian, and here are some of your top stories for today, March 3rd. Tornado in Tennessee kills at least 19 and causes widespread damage in Nashville. Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg endorsing Joe Biden is absolutely devastating news for Elizabeth Warren. Find out why. The Trump administration says that Medicare and Medicaid may not cover all health care for the coronavirus patient. And the USPS employee was arrested after allegedly threatening a mass shooting with over 20,000 rounds of ammunition. Let's get to the news. Tornadoes gashed through western and central Tennessee early Tuesday, with the worst damage concentrated in and around Nashville. Tennessee's emergency management agency says that at least 19 people were killed across 4 counties, and there are fears that the death toll could climb as first responders continue to search for victims. At a Tuesday press conference, the Tennessee Governor Bill Lee, said that the deaths were heartbreaking. He said, and I quote, "We have had loss of life all across the state," he said. 4 different counties, as of this morning, had confirmed fatalities. A line of severe storms caused significant damage to buildings, roads, bridges across multiple counties, according to a 7:40 a.m. bulletin from the emergency broadcast system. They were still trying to assess the scope of the damage. Numbers of businesses and residents are without power, and power restoring remains unknown. The storm ripped through the middle and western Tennessee hours before residents were able to take part in the Super Tuesday voting in the presidential nomination contest. Amy Klobuchar ended her campaign on Monday, making her the 3rd candidate in as many days to exit the 2020 Democratic primary after billionaire Tom Steyer. Former South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg dropped out following their disappointing results in the South Carolina primary. Buttigieg and Steyer ended their campaigns ahead of Super Tuesday, the enormously consequential primary day in which about 35% of the national primary delegates are awarded. Amy Klobuchar, however, decided to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden immediately after dropping out, and shortly after that announcement, CNN's A.B. Phillips reported that Buttigieg will also endorse Biden. This is problematic for Warren because it makes Warren almost have to choose. She's more than likely not going to be a candidate for president for the 2020 presidential race. However, it's almost drawing the lines and making her choose. So let me know what your thoughts are on this story. Back to other news. Administrator for the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Seema Verma, said on Monday evening that her agency may not be able to pay for all of the products and services required for the coronavirus patients dependent on government insurance. We are looking at what we cover and clarifying the types of products and services that our programs will be able to pay for in the terms of Medicare and Medicaid, Verma said. Verma made the comments during a press briefing held by Vice President Mike Pence on Monday to discuss the novel coronavirus and the risk it poses to Americans and the government's response efforts. It opened the door to the possibility that older Americans, a demographic at greater risk for the coronavirus, would have to pay up to medical treatment. Many Medicare beneficiaries are subject to a $1,400 deductible with co-insurance that kicks in after the 2nd month, starting at $352 per day, gradually scaling upward. People who are subject to cost sharing, they are less likely to use medical care even if they need it. The health law expert at the University of Connecticut told the Business Insider that this could put them at greater risk and spread the disease. Pence otherwise attempted to quell concerns about the virus, insisting that the risk of the American people from the coronavirus remains low. And as of Monday, it has spread to over 60 countries, infecting more than 88,000 people. The disease, its cause, known as COVID-19, has killed more than 3,000 people. A United Parcel Service employee, otherwise known as UPS, was arrested after sending threatening text messages to his employer about planning a mass shooting at the UPS facility in Northern California, authorities say. Thomas Andrews, age 32, was arrested and booked at the Santa Clara County Jail for criminal threats, evading police, driving under the influence, and several counts of weapons possessions, after police found over 20,000 rounds of handgun and rifle ammunition. The Sunnyvale Department of Public Safety, DPS, said in a release on Monday. CNN had reached out to the Sunnyvale Department of Public Safety. It is unclear if Andrews has an attorney. The DPS patrol officers immediately began an investigation on Sunday after receiving a report that Andrews sent text messages to his employer indicating that he was planning a mass shooting. Officers discovered 4 handguns and a rifle were registered in his name and began to search for the suspect. He was spotted around 11:15 p.m. Officers tried to stop Andrews, but he led them on a pursuit down Highway 101. California Highway Patrol joined the pursuit, and the suspect was taken into custody. A search warrant was then released for his home, where they found the 20,000 rounds of handgun and rifle ammunition and high-capacity magazines, 5 tactical-style rifles, a shotgun, 3 handguns, body armor as well, and several backpacks of ammunition were at his front door of his apartment. And once again, thank you for watching CCN News. I am your host, Captivating Christian. And as always, be the change you want to see. If you want change, the change starts with you. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. And leave comments below. I would like to hear what you think about these stories and more. Alright, have a good day. Peace.